I am talking with yoga practitioner Taylor Hunt, owner of Ashtanga Yoga Columbus. Now Taylor, this is your first studio that you have owned, but you've been around yoga a long time.
Yeah, so I've been practicing yoga for about 10 years, and so I started out in like 2005, and from there, like, it's really kind of taken off. My journey has been, it's taken me all the way to India.
Now we'll get back to India in just a little bit, but what made you decide to start practicing yoga?
I was in a place in my life where I looked around at everything and I realized that everything that was surrounding me didn't have value. I was looking for value in my life, the relationships that I was in, the stuff that I had, whether it was like cars and clothes and all of that stuff. I realized that I still had kind of this emptiness inside. And I was searching for kind of something deeper that was touching me, on a deeper level. And basically a friend came to me and she was like, hey, you need to try this yoga class. And at first I was pretty resistant to it. I struggled with it, to be honest with you. I thought it was for girls at the time, and it's clearly not, but at the time, that's where my thought process was. And reluctantly went to yoga class, and I didn't actually like it the first time.
So what made you decide after that first time, hey, I'm going to give this another shot?
Yeah, a friend of mine was talking to me, and he was saying if you want something different in your life, you have to create enough space for it. And he seemed to think that because my friend was offering yoga, she actually offered it more than one time, that I should be doing yoga. And so I took the step into it, and I went back to that yoga class, even though I was angry by the time I left the first one. So.
Look at you now, you've opened your own studio, the Ashtanga Yoga Columbus studio. What made you decide that you wanted a place of your own?
I looked around at the community, and what I realized is that there was no one kind of holding the flag of traditional teaching. So I looked at it and I said, well, nowadays every yoga studio is kind of buffet style. So they have maybe 10 different yoga styles. And I realized that what we wanted to be was something very specialized. What Columbus needed was something very specialized. And that's what we offer. We're the best at one style. We're able to take that one style and make everyone kind of fit inside of that style, because we have the style of teaching lets us do that. And so that's really why I opened up my own place, because I felt like Columbus needed it, and I felt like there was space in the market to offer just one style instead of how the other yoga studios are doing it.
Why did you at first decide that you did want to go over to India?
It happened on kind of two fronts. One, my friend who was teaching me at the time suggested that I go. And he said that if I was going to teach traditional style, that I needed to learn from the source. And the source of all yoga, it comes from India. I mean, that's its birthplace. And so I rearranged my life, and I figured out how to make it over there. And it was, quite a journey. I mean, I left my eight-month-old daughter here and my wife here, and I left my office job in order to go over there and start learning.